It is your boy Al here, and today I'm going to be going over how I made $500 on the MNQ this morning. Again, I've been trying to make videos every single day, going over my trades, what we're doing every single day, all that good stuff, going over my strategy for the people who are new to this channel. I try to be as upfront as I can to save you guys money, and also, like I said, I want you guys to be successful. I do, and I want you guys to understand the things that I wish I knew a lot earlier on in the stock market, okay? Number one, the market is not your friend. Number two, the trend is your friend, okay? So when you are seeing a trend, one of the biggest mistakes I ever made, right, going in, just to start out with this video real quick, is going against the trend, going against what the market is telling you, right? And today is a perfect example of that, okay? So let's go over pretty much what happened this morning, okay? If you guys are new here, I trade the 15-minute orb. As far as prop firms go, I use Top One Futures, and I use Apex, and I use Top Step X, Lucid. There's a lot of them, but those are the main ones. Top Step X, Top One Futures, and Apex. Those are the main ones right at the exact moment, at least. But going forwards, what you're looking at right now is NinjaTrader, okay? And that's what I use every single day. I love NinjaTrader. It's what works best for me. I also, like I said, Top Step X makes it easier to take profit and stuff like that. But again, I've talked about on this channel before, instant funding accounts are my best friend right now, man. I'd rather spend $200 getting an actual account and being able to run that account than to spend $30, $100, $200, right? And blow all your eval accounts, right? And that's something I wish I knew a lot earlier on. I think I would have had a world of a difference and probably had a lot more money in my bank account right now. But if I could save you in my knowledge, I hope I can. You can use code GGG if you want to support me on Top One Futures. They have amazing instant funding accounts. Just do exactly what I'm teaching you right now, and you will be profitable with time. It's not going to be immediately, so don't expect that. Again, I am not a financial advisor, so don't listen to my advice anyway, right? I'm just telling you how I get my payouts and what you could do for yours. So let's go over pretty much what happened today. And this is the 9:30 candle right here. So we have basically all we're doing with my strategy, right, is we are taking the 15-minute candlestick at 9:30 a.m., okay? So you're waiting from 9:30 a.m. EST to 9:45 a.m. EST. That's all you're doing. You're not touching it. You're letting it go, right? And basically what I did today was, honestly, like I said, something I've been noticing a lot in the past freaking 2 years of trading here, right? We have this big candlestick downwards right afterwards, right? So we have basically what we're doing is switching from the 15-minute to the 5-minute, okay? Easy as that, simple, right? And what you're looking at, right, is a closure underneath either the low or a closure above the high, right? That's all you're looking at. It's simple, it's easy. It's really not that dang hard. People make it harder than it is, right? You're looking for a closure either on the bottom side of that, the low that we set, right? Or you're looking on a closure on the high, right? And a closure is pretty much just a next candle, right? So for example, like if you guys can see right here, this is where you would identify a 5-minute closure, this red candlestick, because the market, the candlestick closed underneath this line that we set previously, right? And it started a new candle. That's a closure. Simple. Basically, I know that this strategy would call for us to go in for a short, right? Wrong. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I'm trying to be upfront. The old me probably would have went in for a short because number one, like I said, I've seen this thing right here. There's a lot more that goes into the market than just hitting a short the minute you see a closure, right? We always want to identify this next candlestick. It's going to be one of the most important things you learn in this, and it's with this strategy, my strategy, I guess, or strategy I use. You have to look at this next candle. This candle was too bullish. I'm not going in for a short when I'm seeing this. I then identified this candle. I saw we could possibly be heading back downwards. I didn't like this. Dude, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes of just basically retesting this zone 4 times. And like for me, I'm sitting there, I'm like, basically all last night, all we're seeing is longs. We saw the whole daily trend being bullish. Bullish is longs, bearish is shorts, just to get that out there as well. Basically the whole night we're hitting buy. The whole night people are buying and buying and buying. So I'm looking at this, man. I'm looking at this morning. I'm like, I have no want to go in here for a short right now. I do identify again that we had a short closure, but that does not mean the market's going to continue downwards. The market's going to do what it wants to do whenever it wants to do it. So basically what I did, right, and this is something I recommend you do. Again, I am not a financial advisor. Don't listen to me, but this is what I did myself this morning, is I switched from the 5-minute to the 15-minute, all right? And this is kind of how I identified the trend, right? So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to put basically a line at this halfway zone where that zone was kind of the high of this candlestick right here. And I was basically just waiting for a 15-minute closure in a bullish pattern, right? Which is right here, you guys can see. I then was watching right here. I entered in at 250. Yeah, 250. I think it was about right here is where I entered in at. I like the formation. I like the fact that, again, that we disrespected all those zones I just talked about previously, right? And we were in a daily bullish trend. Regardless of what happened in the stock market open, we are still in a daily trend, of green, right? Because we blew up overnight. I don't like taking shorts when the daily trend is bullish. Same thing goes for longs. You don't necessarily want to take longs when there's a bearish market, right? A daily trend market being bearish. And look at this, the market is still going up right now. We are at the highest point we have ever been at yet again in the market. And I'm telling you this because I want you guys to be successful. You guys can see, why did I make this trade? I just told you guys, right? I just want to confirm this one more time. We came down, I'm gonna switch from the 15 to the 5 minute here, right? We saw this closure. We saw this second candle, right? I always tell you guys on that second candle to wait 4 minutes into the candle and see what happens. Bullish. I'm out. I'm waiting a few minutes. That's what your mentality has to be. I'm going to be patient with this. I'm going to wait. And you're still going to fail. That's part of the process, right? We're still going to have losing trades regardless of the decisions we make because the stock market is hard. But we waited, saw this, and I didn't like that either. We waited, saw this. Too much back and forth. Too much back and forth. And then we started to see green. So basically at this point, I'm thinking we're not going to continue downwards because we just spent 20 minutes in consolidation pretty much. And we switched then again from the 5 to the 15 minute. Higher time frames hold higher power, right? So I saw this 15-minute closure over this halfway zone and I continued going with it rather than against it. I got out, if I recall, at 329. Gosh, what was it at? It might have been like 4. Let me think about it, 255, so 350-ish. Somewhere around there I think I got out at. So like around this range right here. And that's what I did for today's trade, man. I'm up 500 bucks. I got out a little earlier than I probably should have. But again, I like to play it safe. I'm not one of those people that go in there with greed. I don't really care. I want to get in and get out. That's personally what I do. That's how I get my payouts. Praise God for even getting payouts in the first place. But I can say this stuff's hard, man. And I want you guys to be successful. I want you guys to make it. And I want you guys to get payouts yourself. And going in there with greed is not going to help you at all. Even right now, like the momentum's been bullish since this candlestick right here, man. Why are we going bearish when the market's telling us something completely different? I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on this content. And code GGG on Top 1 Futures if you want to support me. I love you guys, and I will see you guys on the next video. All my Instagram, my TikTok links are in the description as well if you guys want to go to there as well. Peace out.